Okay, so as we pursue our studies of management, one of the questions that we will be facing is the role of managers. So what's the role of managers in organizations today? In this video, I explain who's a manager, some of the roles of managers, and expectations. So in concept, manager is someone who coordinates and oversees the work of other people so that organization goals can be accomplished. So you are coordinating individuals, employees, teams as a way of achieving organizational outcomes. So there are different types of managers. We can classify managers from frontline managers, middle managers, and then top managers. Frontline managers are responsible for non-managerial employees, typically non-exempt employees. Middle managers are overseeing and championing work of frontline managers. And then the top managers are responsible for organization-wide decisions and establishing plans and goals to enable organization to achieve its outcomes, intended outcomes, and competitive advantages. There are different characteristics of organizations. We have distinct purposes. There are deliberate structures, organization structures, that is, and people, different organization cultures also, all encompass the different characteristics of organizations. So why are managers important? Why are you important in organizations? And without you, what would happen, really? So organizations need your managerial skills and abilities now more than ever. We are faced with this pandemic that we are trying to survive in and be able to flourish in organizations. Many of us have gone through changes and led changes in our respective organizations. So that skill set, ability to lead change and understand the impact of different trends and forces impacting organizations is critical. So we are critical. You as manager, you're critical in getting things done, and you are critical to the overall success of the organization. Management involves coordinating and overseeing the work activities of your team so that these activities are completed efficiently and effectively. Two deliberate terms that I'm using, efficiently and effectively. So what do we mean by efficiency? That is, we are doing our task correctly and that we are getting the most output from the least amount of input. So the whole system model, input, process, output. And effectiveness basically means that we are doing things, what we're doing, our tasks, we're doing them right and achieving the outcomes, that is. So we look at many of your organizations have quality initiatives. GE, as an example, in the 90s, taught us how to do the Six Sigma, and that's all about what you put in the process and trying to get the most for the output. Mintzberg has taught us the different roles of managers and in organizations. But before we do that, just want to tell you about the management function. There are four main components of the management function. One, planning; two, organizing; three, lending; and then four, controlling, evaluating. Planning, we have to establish our goals, our purposes, strategies, how we will achieve what we want. Organizing is that we're arranging and determining the right structure in which to achieve those goals. So the flow of information and the flow of people. Lending, we're working with and through people to achieve goals. It's leading. So planning, organization, leading, and controlling are the different areas in which we are defining as the four functions of management. Again, planning, organization, leading, and controlling. So Mintzberg manager roles and the contemporary model of managing is that Mintzberg had established 10 different roles grouped around 3 different areas. One, interpersonal, two, transfer of information, and then four, the decision making. So let's take a look at those roles here now. Under the personal, we have being a figurehead, leader, liaison. In the information role, we have the manager being a spokesperson, disseminator of information, and monitoring the information. And then in the decision role, it's being an entrepreneur, so much more important today than ever, a disturbance role, and then a resource allocator, negotiator also. So those are the different roles of managers in organization. So what are some of the skills that you need? Technical skills, we need the human skills, the conceptual skills. Importantly, the conceptual skills, ability to think and conceptualize about abstract and complex situations concerning the organization. So much more important today than ever as we're dealing with the various challenges created by the pandemic. So a manager has to be able to think about different ways in which we can work and how we do our work. Human skills, we compete through people, and it is through people that we can enable to have that organizational capability. So after all modes of competition have been eroded, what's left? It's you and I as employees of organizations who will create that sustainable competitive advantage. So there are lots of changes facing managers today, and we have technology. It's changing every day. And the whole digitization of everything, basically, a virtual workplace, flexible work arrangement, social media. There is increased emphasis on organizational and managerial ethics. So rightfully, absolutely, and long overdue, redefine values, rebuilding trust, increase accountability, and sustainability. So we talk about 3 Ps, people, planet, and profit. Be able to balance all of those. Increase competitiveness, being customer-centric, driving innovation, functioning in a global economy, and focusing on efficiency and productivity. Again, these are changes facing managers and the expectations of managers in organizations. So I want to wrap this up by focusing on sustainability, and that is our ability to achieve organization goals and increase long-term shareholder value by integrating economic, environmental, and social opportunities into business strategies. So economic, environmental, social opportunities into business strategies. So it's just not only about maximizing profitability, but also taking into consideration environmental and social opportunities into business. That would create sustainability that we are hoping for in the long run. And again, that's part of the role of the manager in organizations. So in sum, managers have a critical role in organizations. We understand 4 classifications, 4 roles of managers, the different than the Mintzberg characteristics of managers and our importance there. So as you pursue management studies, know that it's all about focusing on the people, the processes, the systems, and in alignment with organizational strategies and outcomes. More so than ever, effective and efficient managers are needed in today's organization.